what's gender dysphoria then? Gender dysphoria, gender, a social construct that doesn't exist, and someone's having an uneasy feeling about something that doesn't exist. That's odd. And you want to chop your dick off over it? Everybody, JamieStarr here. This is going to be the first in a series of videos I'm going to do really getting into and dissecting and deconstructing the issues surrounding transgender politics. And for the first installment in this, we will actually be deconstructing transgender and whatever, the base argument of a social construct and all of that. So, first we have to get into the language of what's being said, because when this stuff is questioned and binary sex is brought up, you will often hear the response, well, gender is a social construct. So I think the best way to sort of view this argument is to look at what's actually being said there. So, gender, the state of being male or female, typically used with references to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. So right there we have gender is distinguished from biological sex, male, female, binary, the binary reality. So, next, what's social construct? Social construct or a social concept is an invention or artifact of a particular culture or society which exists solely because people agree to behave as if it exists. So, social constructs don't exist. It's right in the definition. So, rest of the definition. Social concept is an invention or an artifact of a particular culture or society which exists solely because people agree to behave as if it exists or agree to follow certain conventional rules. Social construct doesn't exist. Right there in the definition. Next, dysphoria. This is the other thing. We hear a lot lately with the misgendering debates. You know, if they're using the 32 genders and the Z's or them, that whatever, that, that can't be respected. We're not going to respect their pronouns. But if it's just someone who's a man being a woman or a woman being a man, and they're using she, him, her, whatever, just the trying to switch of the binary sexes, you must respect that. Otherwise, you're being transphobic, whatever. And it's because there's this psychiatric, evaluation called gender dysphoria. So, what's dysphoria? A state of unease or generalized dissatisfaction with life. The opposite of euphoria. So, what's gender dysphoria then? Gender dysphoria, gender, a social construct that doesn't exist, and someone's having an uneasy feeling about something that doesn't exist. That's odd. And you want to chop your dick off over it? How do you have an uneasy feeling about something that doesn't... It just... Wow. There it all goes. And we're having these debates over this? This is the stuff where it's like, oh my god, this person is a bad person because they don't respect this? And I've posed this question to people like, where do you draw the line? What is the rationale? Because when you come forth with this, oh, well, a psychiatrist and they had a surgery... There's transracial people doing that. There's transabled people doing that. And everyone thinks that's crazy. Now, the reason why I'm doing this series is a friend of mine asked me this week, why do I, am I posting stuff frequently about all this? And it's because it is now at the political forefront of the civil rights, piggyback, oppression Olympics, March of Progressive Hell. We see it with Millie Weaver and the thing in Texas, the drag queen festival. We see it with the drag queen reading at the Michelle Obama thing. These things keep popping up kind of left and right. MTA changing the pronouns. And that's the other thing. It's a problem when we are trying to kind of overwrite biological reality with a you know, based off a social construct that doesn't exist. And again, we're over, like, here's my question for everyone. If gender is a social construct and it's just a set of societal norms and rules and everything like that, putting kids on you know, irreversible hormones and everything aside, like, but if it's just these societal norms and everything, and you have a guy who's a stay-at-home father, you know, wouldn't he be transgender? Hasn't he? I mean, he doesn't identify as a woman, but hasn't he transitioned the societal precepts and norms? Why wouldn't he be transgender? He's sort of transitioned from the one to the other. That I think that's now a valid question, because it's all imaginary. So where are we going to draw the line? And that's the real thing about it, and that's why I think everyone needs to really pump the brakes with all of the craziness surrounding this issue. The other thing I want to bring up, as far as people who have this sort of LGBTQ collective mindset that if you're supportive of those rights, that this is, you know, part of it. Sort of the Dave Rubin, Candace Owens back in the closet remark, where there's this lumping together of these groups, and it's like sexual orientations, this weird gender dysphoria, you don't know what you are, and then other things on the end. Like, it's just, there's no reason to be pulling them all together. Like, whatever, if there's a bar that welcomes all of them, you know, it's, but this voting block nonsense, collective groupthink, bad stuff, and it's just to try to create, you know, the thing that bothers me the most about it is when you see videos like this clip I'm about to show of Scott Lively, American activist. This is a video of a very outspoken anti-LGBTQ whatever activist. It's in a sort of Russian anti-gay propaganda piece, and I just think, if these are the most violent, evil homophobes that we have to put up, and they can lay something out like this, that I've seen since just the Obama administration really pick up steam. You know, it's gone from gay marriage to use these pronouns or you're going to get arrested in a very short span of time. And it's because this is now warped from gay marriage to trans stuff, the backlash is going to be towards all of that. So I really think, like, that's another thing that needs to be deconstructed, that LGBTQ collective block, and really examined what is all of it, and just abandon a sinking ship, because it's only going to hurt everyone in the end. So here's the clip, and it seems like we're at stage 5, and it really bothers me when I can go to people and I'm like, if this is the worst homophobe we have to put forth and say, oh man, look at him, but he's not really wrong, then maybe we should be pumping the brakes and going about things in a different way.
How this works, it's a 5-stage process of cultural conquest. 5 steps. It begins with a request for tolerance. Once the gays have achieved tolerance, and tolerance is just simply the right to be left alone, right? Then it's a demand for acceptance, and acceptance means an equal status. Then comes celebration, that everyone must accept homosexuality and promote it as a good, valuable thing. Then comes forced participation. Everyone must participate in gay culture. And then comes punishment of everyone who disagrees.
Wanted to make this quick, keep it under 10 minutes, deconstruct transgender, think I did that. Like I said, there'll be a series of these. Besides that, check the links below. Follow me on Twitter at JamieStarrMusic, my website, JamieStarr.org. All my other sites are linked there. It should be links below if you want to support my work. Patreon link below. It's the holidays. I'm sure you got to buy shit for people. I do have an Amazon affiliate link. You can support the channel just by buying shit you would already buy. And I haven't really been doing much with that, so I think I have to get a few purchases to like keep it. So if anyone could do that, I'd love you forever. And check the other links. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone has a happy Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's going forth. And I'll see you guys next time.